Are you caught in the infinity trap? That's where you have so many things to do that you never actually are ever going to catch up. So many things just to read, just to follow. So many things that you are just overwhelmed. This infinity trap is not something where you try and get everything back to zero, a kind of inbox zero thing. No, if you want to make a huge impact, what you need is time. Time for strategy. And that's what this book is, how to be less busy and more successful, making time for strategy. And the actual book time, the word time comes from first focusing on tactics, okay? Because it's not going to get quieter next quarter, next month. You're not busy for next month yet, but it's going to build up, right? And so how do you get rid of some of that? Well, you have to cut some stuff out. You have to reduce, assign it to somebody else, or maybe automate it, systematize. And sometimes even just put things on hold and say, I can get to that, but not yet. So this book is a great way of helping you dedicate more time to thinking and get some of that stuff out of your head, because the brain is not a great place to be storing things. Time, tactics, influence, okay, which is how do you have more valuable conversations? How do you start to say to people, look, this is really not something that I can help with. This is not somewhere that I can add a lot of value. How do you change your mindset as well? This is the mindset challenge. How do you do that so that you are starting to not feel guilty about all the things that you have to do and start to say, hey, I want to focus on deeper things. I want to do some more of that deep work that Cal Newport speaks about. And then how do you change your environment so that you will reduce some of those interruptions, some of those things that are stopping you from having an impact? It's a really well-written book, Making Time for Strategy. And the great thing is that you can do an assessment ahead of time and say, well, what should I focus on first? Am I somebody who really needs to dig more into tactics or more into the influence section? Or do I need to change my mindset, or do I need to change my environment? So you don't have to read the book from start to finish. Making Time for Strategy by Richard Medcalf, how to be less busy and more successful.